Hi, welcome to day 4 of Barbara's Golden Repair, and I'm coming to you from my office in Southeast Roanoke. I just finished up and I'm the only one in the building right now, which is kind of how it usually is on Friday nights. Usually the last one to leave. I don't know what that says about me. We're going to be reading a poem today called In the Chrysalis from the book Barbara's Golden Repair, which you can purchase on blurb.com as a fundraiser for Inheritance of Hope. And there's also a picture to go with the poem today that Sophia, Barbara's daughter, took, which I thought was very striking. So the poem today is In the Chrysalis. You might remember if you watched the video yesterday, the poem was about the chrysalis being made and waiting for that process to happen. Today, the poem is also about waiting inside the chrysalis. And when Barbara first shared this poem with me, I was really struck by that idea of waiting, what it's like to wait inside the chrysalis, not having control over how long the process takes, not knowing when you're going to get freed from the chrysalis as a butterfly. I just never really thought about that. And I'd never thought about the fact that sometimes it can feel trapping. It can feel like a prison. And so this poem really gave me a lot of food for thought. And every time I read it, I feel like I get something new out of it. So I'm going to read it once, and then I'll just make a few comments, and I'll read it a second time, and then I'll read the prompts. And if you want to use those prompts to respond, you can, or you can respond in whichever way you think would be appropriate. And just make sure to post your response so Barbara can see it with the hashtag Barbara's Golden Repair. So here's the poem, In the Chrysalis. Is this what it's like to be in a chrysalis? Trapped, every part of me ready to fly, yet the walls don't budge. I wait for some unforeseeable force to free me. Maybe I could work a little more on me, fortifying my wings, firming my abdomen, curling my antenna. I am sick of working on me. I am ready to fly, soar over the mountaintops, sip nectar from 1,000 blossoms, create whirlwinds with the others. I test the walls again, no budge. I am ready. The walls aren't. They answer my question, how much longer, with silence. Till then, I'll stay within. Perhaps I'll paint my wings blue with a hint of gold or take a nap until it's my time to fly. So I love this poem again, and when I read it yesterday, just in preparation for reading it today, the thing I thought about were all the letters that have been written from prison over the years, because this feels like a description of prison, like you're in this place, you have no control over when you get let out. The walls are strong, they're not budging. And it made me think of some of the great heroes in the world, like Nelson Mandela, who wrote so many letters from prison, Martin Luther King Jr., letters from a Birmingham jail, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, who was imprisoned by the Nazis for resisting them and eventually killed, but wrote all these letters from prison. And, none of them had control over, when they were going to be let out. They didn't know if they'd ever make it out. And yet they were able to write these inspiring and hopeful things. And to me, that's what this poem is there's, truth here. She's talking about how it's hard to be in there, how she's sick of it. I'm sick of working on me. I'm ready to go. I've done all the things I can do. And yet acknowledging that even though I'm ready, I don't have control over this process. The walls aren't ready to give. And a lot of truthfulness there too about those questions that we ask of either God or the universe. Why? How much longer? When is this going to be over? Like, she doesn't get an answer in this poem. And I feel like that's very truthful and honest and true to a lot of our experiences when we're going through tough times. We don't always get an answer about why or when it's going to come to an end. But then there's still this, at the end, more hope, and kind of a little playfulness. Perhaps I'll paint my wings blue with a hint of gold, getting ready, or just take a nap. Like that hopefulness that at some point I'm going to be ready to fly. The walls are going to come down, and I'm going to be ready for that by staying prepared. So I'm going to read it one more time for you, and then I'll read the prompts. In the chrysalis. Is this what it's like to be in a chrysalis? Trapped. Every part of me ready to fly, yet the walls don't budge. I wait for some unforeseeable force to free me. Maybe I could work a little more on me, fortifying my wings, firming my abdomen, curling my antenna. I am sick of working on me. I am ready to fly, soar over the mountaintops, sip nectar from 1,000 blossoms, create whirlwinds with the others. I test the walls again. No budge. I am ready. The walls aren't. They answer my question, how much longer, with silence. Till then, I'll stay within. Perhaps I'll paint my wings blue with a hint of gold or take a nap until it's my time to fly. And the question prompts, if you want to do a drawing or something artsy, you can draw you in a chrysalis. Remember that caterpillars dissolve into primordial goo before becoming winged creatures of the air. So take that into account when you're drawing you in the chrysalis. Next prompt. What are you doing while waiting in the darkness? Third prompt. When have you asked, how much longer? Were you given a clear answer? If not, what was the silence like? So thanks for joining today. I'm hopeful that for some of the upcoming poems, we might have some additional guests to either read or to be interviewed. And if you'd like to be one of those readers and to participate in this project by reading a poem and saying some of your thoughts on it, please direct message me. I'd love to make that happen. So you guys have a great weekend. See you later.